Hello classmates, my name is Rachel James and I'm going to be presenting the intervention for teams called GE's Workout. Jack Welch was the CEO of General Electric from 1981 to 2001. He began as a junior chemical engineer in 1960 and worked his way up the leadership ladder. During his tenure, he increased GE's market value from $12 billion to $410 billion. Some of his key philosophies were to cut bureaucracy in the company, empower the people who the changes directly affects, and he also designed and implemented the workout model of problem solving. His philosophy also in business was to have no boundaries in the business model. He wanted to be either number one or number two in the business. He did that with over 600 acquisitions of other companies. He changed GE in 3 different waves. The first wave was 1981 to 1984. All GE businesses had to fit into one of 3 models. Number 1 was core business, number 2 was high-tech businesses, and number 3 was the services business. The second wave occurred 1985 to 1995. And he wanted to reduce waste in the company, and he accomplished that through cutting the corporate pyramid from 8 levels down to 4, reducing staff by changing their roles and allowing them to assist and coach their employees. He also introduced performance-based rewards for the employees. He also ended employment security, where your job was not completely secure if you did not follow through with your roles. And finally, the third wave, he created a new GE culture and values using the role of testing of products and people. He wanted to select certain people that he believed would be great future leaders and would groom them. Some of his criticisms meant he lacked compassion for those he would cut loose. There are lots of dismissals. The acquisitions were very brutal sometimes, and he had questionable money-related practices upon retirement. The workout model is designed to cut wasteful processes that are in a business. And at the GE model, they did not want to waste time, money, and any processes that were not adding value to the work being done or not meeting expectations. The team members in a workout model are experts in the trenches. These are the people who live these processes, do these processes every day. They're going to be the ones who propose the improvements, they're responsible for the solutions, and approaching the senior management with the ideas for the solutions. One of the important things about the workout model is the senior management must be on board in order to make the on-the-spot decisions so that it cuts through the bureaucracy. Step 1 of the workout model is called critical business issues. That is where you brainstorm and the teams come up with the issues that are very important that need to be solved. Step 2 is action planning. Action planning expands on those ideas, including cost, benefits, explains the project plan and a timeline, and then other participants are identified at that time. For the third step, town hall meeting, the town hall meeting is where the participants present the ideas to the senior management. The senior management at this time can play devil's advocate and ask for clarifying questions, and will then also decide yes or no for the proposed process fixes. And then the fourth step of the workout process is where there is a check on the progress of the processes that have been implemented, the new processes that have been implemented. And those are checked usually at 30, 60, and 90 days. Some of the strengths and weaknesses of the workout model One of the strengths is that the workout process, they become streamlined. It will cut down all of the extra things that do not need to be used in the process. The empowered employees can sustain changes that they have implemented. If they are completely invested in this change, they will continue the change throughout the process. Less bureaucracy with on-the-spot decisions is important during the workout process because it will cut through the red tape and it will be a yes/no decision and it can be implemented right away. Some weaknesses for the workout model: you must have senior management support prior to the session. If you don't have that senior management support, if they're not ready for the changes, it's not going to happen, and that's going to be frustration. It's not a short one-time only process. It is a long and continuous situation where the processes have to be reevaluated and keep going. Another weakness is that you might eliminate the wrong process or the wrong processes. With that, you can always go back and redo it and find another process that can be fixed. One last weakness would be that enthusiasm can dwindle if the team is not encouraged by management or if results are not easily seen. That could definitely put a hinder on the progress of the workout model. For the application, I chose the critical business issue would be required compliance training. I work for an ISD, and every year all of the teachers are required to do certain compliance trainings. And in the past, we would have to sit in a classroom and do them before the beginning of school and go through all of these compliance trainings that you would be repeating year after year after year. A team of experts would include teachers, nurses, counselors, instructional aides, and anybody else who has to do these trainings. The decision-making leadership would be the superintendent, principals, and training superintendents. We do have that separation of superintendent and training superintendents, so having those leaderships on the spot to help decide, yes, we're going to do a different way of compliance training. The change there in the middle would be from in-seat to online compliance training with your own time limit to complete. That's just a quick way to show you the process from critical business issues and who's involved, the decision-making process, and how the change would happen. For my last slide, I chose Henry Ford. He, I believe, is also was a very successful person. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a process. Working together is success. Henry Ford. Thank you all for listening to my PowerPoint, and I can't wait to listen to the rest of yours. Have a good day.